Hello and welcome back to The Rusted Brush. This is part 5 in my ongoing series, painting the uniforms of the Empire provinces. Today, we'll be going over Hochland. Hochland is a small but proud province located in the north-central empire, nestled between the Middle Mountains and the Great Drackfald Forest. It's a land of rolling hills, thick woods, and watchful eyes. Bordering Middenland to Labaheim and Ostland, it's often called Ostland's little brother by other provinces due to their similarities. Hochland is a heavily wooded area that is mostly due to the Drackfald Forest. This makes for a great hunting ground and for lumbermen to fell trees. Although much of Hochland is covered in dense forest, the farmland along its riverbanks and near its villages is fertile, nourished by many rivers and streams descending from the Middle Mountains. As a result, Hochland is very self-sufficient in food. The capital is Hergig, a city that has been sacked and rebuilt multiple times throughout the Empire's history, particularly during chaos incursions from the Storm of Chaos. Hochland has a long tradition of hunting, and its people are considered some of the finest woodsmen in the Empire. Many of the best scouts and gamekeepers hail from here. Because of this, Hochland is closely associated with the Hochland long rifle, a rare and advanced weapon invented in the province. While not every soldier carries one, it's a symbol of pride and innovation that sets Hochland apart. Despite its size, Hochland's people are tough, loyal, and used to adversity. Hochlanders are considered to be more open-minded and hospitable compared to other provinces. The favored god of worship is Tal, however Rhea, Ulrich, and Sigmar are worshipped as well. Hochland soldiers are often portrayed as lightly equipped, preferring mobility and ranged combat to heavy armor. They are home to a number of very skilled handgunner regiments, as well as huntsmen and archers. Murders are also very common to see, especially when they're attacking beastmen or goblin tribes in the Drackfald Forest. Uniform-wise, Hochland's state troops typically wear red and green, often with black or brown liver accents. The hunting horn is a common emblem amongst the nobles of Hochland, although it is contested with the nobles of Stirland. The Imperial Cross is especially prevalent amongst Hochland regiments, and the cross is keenly added whenever possible. This can be found in the crossed keys, crossed swords, daggers, and arrows, the icons sometimes alone, but often accompanied by the Imperial Cross. The province's heraldry is fairly simple, featuring a field of red and an Imperial Cross over it. Now let's get to the bits I used for the mini and building them. To start, the body and arms are from the Empire Archer kit. Hochland prefers to have light or no armored troops, and this feels perfect for that. I'm going to be swapping the left hand with the hand holding the blunderbuss from the militia kit. I thought that the blunderbuss would make for a more interesting weapon than a bow or a handgun. It also feels a bit more rustic, which feels right for an ordinary troop of Hochland. The head is from the Wood Elf Eternal Guard kit. I swapped to have a different head from the one I have in the picture. I chose a female head instead, since I wanted to have some variety, and I really like these heads. You don't see any elven features, and it's hard to find hooded human heads. The shield is a round shield I had in my bits bin. I don't know exactly from what, but it's probably from some historical Dark Age kit. I thought it added to the rustic nature, and I wanted to have some space to paint the Hochland colors on the model. The pouch with the dagger is from the Archer's kit, and the falchion is from the Empire State Missile Troop kit. I gave her a lot of different blades like they're for skinning animals, chopping branches, and vegetation. And lastly, I added a pelt from Spellcrow as a trophy pelt from a recent hunt. Now let's get to assembly. Most of the assembly was straightforward. I filed off the right hand on the blunderbuss, and I filed off the hood and neck area of the torso for the head. It's important to dry fit and file only a portion at a time to see how much you need to file down. With the model assembled, it's time to prime and paint. To start, I primed the model with Wraith Bone Primer. I like the off-white color that this has, and I wanted to change up what I primed with. I painted the coat and wood on the gun with Citadel Catachan Flesh mixed with Gravelord Grey speed paint. I thought this gave an interesting dark brownish tone. I painted the boots with AK Orange Brown mixed with Pallid Bone speed paint. Then I started the Hochland colors on the sleeves and shield. For the red, I used a mix of Mephiston Red and Murder Scene speed paint. I then highlighted the cloak with Catachan Flesh. I highlighted the boots, hair, and the wood grain with Zandri Dust mixed with Pallid Bone speed paint and AK Orange Brown. For the green, I used Vallejo German Camo Bright Green. I made a checkered pattern on the shield, and this is fairly simple to do. I just paint green squares in, and if it doesn't look perfect, you can always fix any mistakes by painting the red areas again if you spill over. I then highlighted the red with Mephiston Red. Then I gave the model a wash of Strong Tone from Army Painter, then I brushed on a matte varnish afterwards. While I waited for that to dry, I also based the model with some bark and some green static grass. Once it dried, I painted all the areas that were going to be metal with Black Legion contrast paint as an undercoat. All of the metal areas were painted with P3 pig iron. I wanted a darker metal undertone, and this is a good paint for that. I then gave all the metal areas a wash Vacrex or shade. Normally I would use Nuln Oil, but I thought this would make for a more rustic and weathered look. While the wash dried, I painted the skin with Crusader's skin mixed with a bit of Cadian flesh tone. I thought the Hochland colors were way too dark, so I highlighted the green and red with Vallejo Bright Green and Mephiston Red. Then I highlighted the metal areas with AK Natural Steel. And to finish the mini, I painted the flesh with Cadian Flesh Tone, and that was the model finished, a rough and ready fighter for the forests of Hochland. I really enjoyed working with a mix of bits to give her that rustic, practical look, and I think the blend of muted tones with the bold provincial colors helped tie everything together. She feels like someone who's lived on the edge of the woods, wary of what might come out of them. Here's a photo of all the soldiers so far that I've painted for this project. I'm pretty pleased with how distinct they are from each other, but still, you know they're all from the Empire. I hope this gave you some ideas for building your own Empire troops. Let me know what province you want to see next. The most asked for provinces will be put in a poll, and the community will vote on what's next. I do have another project I'm working on for Horus Heresy that I'll be showing off later as well. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Take care, everyone.